Today is Tuesday, the 19th of December, and let's talk about Injective and looking at the local time frame or small time frame, and then look at the bigger picture and try to gauge what's going on. That range was a reaccumulation pattern. So we have an uptrend. Now the question is, how high can it go? Well, I got $44 at this point for the next target based on what I'm going to show you on the bigger picture. For now, you can see that I've got the 10 and 20 moving average ribbon and the 13 and the 50, as you can see here. And if I was to remove the 10 and 20, let me just see how that looks like. Yep, the 13 and the 50 are playing a good role. And then obviously when we go sideways, it's more to the daily trend. And we can look on the daily trend just like this. Even the daily trend doesn't include that 10 and 20 moving average up to a point. Let's just flick that 10 and 20 moving average. It's very aggressive. When you think about it, it doesn't even touch a 10 at times. So if we look at the 12-hour, the 12-hour looks like a good trend capture. And then obviously on the dailies, when it goes sideways, it finds a level. Now looking at this bigger picture, let's look on the weekly. What can I explain? Well, I'll explain this. We have the bump and run structure. We had a fulcrum. When price dropped, it had a fulcrum bottom and then a breakout. And it roughly met its level. We find our Fibonacci. So we've aligned our Fibonacci. That makes sense. How did we do that? Why did we put it as 1 and not 1 here? I found more confluence with the 618 as when price broke up, it used the 618 as support. So price consolidated on the 618 level and then moved up. Similarly, 618 here found support and found support. Now, long-term wise, it could be the 0.5 for all you know. Based on that, you can see price found that level 1 as support with the moving averages and then bang straight up. And so this weekly candle looks strong. Now I got 1.272 acting as resistance, but only for short term. And now we got this 44 in the golden ratio. We might hit here before we find A, B, C correction type of thing. I have this trend line. I think this might take place, an A, B, C correction. That's not to say we're not going to continue up, but what's likely to do is that could be a phase, either here or there, or the bigger reaccumulation similar to this. And think of it a move to the upside or down, reversal. But I think it will continue on. So Injective is looking very strong, and then if we make the assumption that this is going to be our 1 or golden ratio, then we have targets up here as well. So this is looking really strong long-term wise. So I'm just going to hodl, and if I can time it, I'll be looking for a sell. So I might sell here, pick up more Injective with the same funds, so we can have compound returns when it hits its stride in the bull market next year, hopefully. So that is my thinking. I'm just sharing my thoughts at this point. We can also look at it another way, and we'll try that. If we look at it from that perspective, that was a significant level that we broke. Now, if that's a 0.5, let's see where Injective started. The 1.618 with the 1 is going to be a strong resistance level. And for all you know is the bull market might get all the way up to here. Damn it. That's very hard to imagine, but still. I do see this as being a strong resistance for these reasons. And then I'll pull back. And then maybe we might hit one of these ones. Really, if it's a real, never know. Not sure why Injective could go up to that level. So it's still convergent, the trends to the upside. So we might find some resistance. Golden ratio. So we've got that level. But what makes sense is this level here as a strong support. It might not come, but see the 10 and 20 moving average. So if it comes down slowly with nice, then we could, and these 10 and 20 moving averages come through, then we can look for an entry. So I would wait for the pullback and then look for this entry. The other entry, let's do this. Let's see where else is there. That's a deeper pullback. I like this one here. Golden ratio. The 0.5 could be just as good. If it pulls to the 0.618, that previous resistance makes sense, and we get a move. Leave that there, guys. Just looking for a pullback for another entry, another trade, and look at Bitcoin at the same time. See what it's doing. It didn't fill out the CME gap, and this is looking strong. But at a resistance level, so that there makes sense. That is a resistance. If we can break above that, then we are likely to. So my thoughts at this point is take some liquidity out here. It can just take that and then come back down and range. Who knows? Squeeze and then break out. We're in a range, and I would look to shorting that. Ideally, if it goes above there, that would be a good risk to reward ratio, worth taking it like that, wick, and then come back down, and maybe we'll get stopped out, but it's worth the risk for another short. I'm going to leave that, guys. Please give me a like and share, and I'll talk to you soon. Cheers.
So thank you for watching. And if you have any questions, please post them on our Discord channel.